Hello and welcome to the Championship first leg playoff predictions. We've got Bristol City taking on Sheffield United and Coventry taking on Sunderland in the race to the Premier League. So yeah, these playoff predictions will be out with the reacting to the predictions. We've already got the Championship out. Don't forget to go and like that one. And we'll probably have League on tomorrow. Maybe we'll see. It does take a long time to film it though. So yeah, we'll see. But we're just going to jump into these playoff predictions right now. So the first game is at Ashton Gate, where Bristol City take on Sheffield United. On Thursday night, this one at Ashton Gate. Bristol City coming into this a bit out of form, losing 3-1 away at Luton when they were fighting for their lives, eventually getting relegated, of course, losing 4-0 away to Leeds and drawing 2-2 at home to Preston North End. Sheffield United come into this in decent form, apart from the loss to Plymouth and the loss to Burnley, really did set them down a bit, but wins over Cardiff and Stoke in that time, and then drawing home to Blackburn on the final day isn't too shabby at all. Liam Manning's side, if you look at their season as a whole, they've been good. Nahki Wells, Scott Twine scoring the goals for Bristol City this season. So yeah, they've been firing. Their back line has been brilliant with Rob Dickey, Tanner, Viner and all them. McCrory's also had an excellent season, in my opinion, for Bristol City. O'Leary, the goalkeeper's been on rotation, hasn't he? As for Chris Wilder and Sheffield United, Tom Cannon's been their main goal scorer, which is a surprise considering what happened last season. Gustavo Hamer, brilliant, scoring from corners, scoring goals, getting brilliant assists and brilliant goals for a few outside the box this season. From him, Gustavo Hamer, one of the better Sheffield United, if not the best Sheffield United player. Callum O'Hare's had a decent season, and they are solid at the back with Ahmed Hodzic and Rob Holding at the back. No goalkeeper. I think Michael Cooper didn't play the last game, but he will be playing this game. Andy Davies played instead, so Michael Cooper will be back in net for Sheffield United, and they will need him. Apart from that, I think Bristol City can get the job done here. I'm going to back Bristol City to win this by 2-1. I just think they'll get first leg lead at Ashton Gate. I think they'll be tight and hard to beat under Liam Manning. They have been all season at Ashton Gate. So, Sheffield United, I think, will find a really, really tough place to go. And I'm going to back Bristol City to win this by 2-1 over Sheffield United in the first leg of the playoffs. And Sheffield United have a big uphill task ahead of them at Bramall Lane. And the next one is Coventry against Sunderland at the CBS. Sunderland losing 5 on the bounce. They haven't won since the 5th of April against West Bromwich Albion away at home, from home, of course. Losing 5 on the bounce recently to Swansea, Bristol City, who they could play in the playoff final. Blackburn, Oxford and QPR really, really poor. From Sunderland. Coventry winning, of course, against Middlesbrough on the final day under Super Frank Lampard. Before their away form does worry me a little bit when they go away from home. So they definitely do need to get a first leg lead over Sunderland here and probably get a nice solid buffer so they can defend it at the Stadium of Light. But Frank Lampard's been here before. He's done it with Derby, but losing narrowly out to Aston Villa, which ended up getting Villa promoted, didn't it? And I remember that classic game against Leeds that Frank Lampard was involved in with Marcelo Bielsa. In injuries wise, Mason Clark and Torp are the main injuries for Coventry City. Sunderland are missing Elise, Paveda, Mundo and Dance, all kind of bench plays for them, and maybe Paveda gets in their first team, but yeah, Reggie Labrie needs to somehow get control of his team, because you can't be losing 5 games going into the playoffs. Yes, you may have rotated. Yes, you might have done this. Yes, you might have done that. But you need momentum into these playoffs. I just can't see Sunderland getting a result here. I really can't. They've been 4th. They were top of the league for a while at the start of the season before dropping off a little bit, going through a bit of a poor run in November, December time. What am I going to go for here? I think Sunderland might fight back in the opening leg, but I don't think it probably won't be enough, because I'm going to back Coventry City to win this by 2-0 in this one and get a big buffer heading to the Stadium of Light and maybe looking good to win the Legends go to another playoff final at Wembley. They are averaging Wembley every year at the moment with the FA Cup semis, the playoff final the year before. They look like they could be going back to Wembley again. I just think Sunderland's momentum is not going to carry them through this. I'm going to back Coventry 2-0, and Sunderland have a massive, massive uphill climb in the Stadium of Light. But I'm sure they'll be up for it in Sunderland. So yeah, I'm backing Coventry and Frank Lampard to win this 2-0. Thank you for watching the Championship playoff first leg predictions. We'll be back tomorrow with either reacting to League One predictions or the League One playoff predictions. I'll see how much time I've got, but because some of them videos might not, the reacting to might not be for a few weeks because it takes a long time to record and edit them. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe when watching my videos. And I'll speak to you on the next one, which will be tomorrow, no doubt. So yeah, I'll speak to you on the next one. Ciao.